Hello. It is time, finally, since I finally have the time to record this, it is time for the Royal Rumble 2019 review. And as I said, this is probably going to be way over 30 minutes because I have a lot to say, and also the pay-per-view, when you put the pre-show and the main show together, was 7 hours long. Yay! But I do have a lot to say, so let's jump right into this, starting with the pre-show. The first match, which just suddenly happened when Drake announced it, was Bobby Roode and Chad Gable versus one member of the Revival, Scott Dawson, and Rezar of AOP, where if Scott and Rezar won their match, then the Revival and AOP respectively would have had shots at the the Raw Men's Tag Team Championships moving forward. But Drake had to keep telling Scott and Rezar to tag each other in, which that was just funny. I don't remember too much over it. It was just really just a filler match at the start of toward the start of the pre-show. So Scott ended up inadvertently hitting Rezar, so Bobby and Chad were able to get on him and then got the win. So Bobby and Chad won the match, as I hoped they would, and that made me happy. There's not really much. I know I do have a lot to say, especially when it comes to the main show, but when it comes to this match, I love Bobby and Chad, so I'm happy they won, but that's all I can really say about that. But now let's get to match 2, the one that was actually scheduled from the beginning, and I knew it was going to be on. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Rusev for the United States Championship. Now, this match was actually pretty good. I do love seeing Shinsuke and Rusev working together. Their chemistry in the ring is awesome. And for me, I thought Rusev was going to win this match. Honestly, I thought he was going to. There are so many near falls. But then, Rusev got an upper on Shinsuke. So Shinsuke started undoing the top turnbuckle. So Lana gets on the ring apron. It's telling Shinsuke to stop. But then the ref comes over and she's looking at the ref and she's like, he's cheating! He's cheating! But the ref, doesn't hear her or really doesn't care. And instead of being like, oh, he is? And going to look, he's just like, Lana, get down! Get down right now! And stuff, which is just weird to me. So Rusev comes charging at Shinsuke, who's also trying to tell Lana to get down, but Shinsuke sidesteps, and Rusev ends up knocking Lana off the ring apron, and Lana lands on the ground and clutches at her ankle, obviously in pain. And Rusev, who you would think would be the caring husband, being like, oh my god, are you okay? He just goes, Lana, get up! And I'm like, wow, really caring. But I think Shinsuke got, I don't know if it was a Machika kick per se, but he just got a kick right to the back of Rusev's head. So Rusev went down, Shinsuke got the 1, 2, 3, and regained the championship. So he became the new United States champion. I mean, he lost it 48 hours later, but, you know, I thought they might be doing something with him, so it's even though I was also like, why are you giving it to him? You didn't let him do anything with it when he had it before, so why now? But I do have a couple things to say, and both of them retain to the little portion when Lana got up on the ring apron. Lana is trying to tell the ref something. She's trying to tell the ref that Shinsuke was cheating, and he was. He was taking the thing off the turnbuckle. It's shouldn't the ref look and see what she's talking about instead of being like, Lana, get down? It's ref, if you're also gonna do your job, she's telling you that Shinsuke was cheating. Look, and you will see that he's doing it as you're talking to her. It's just look and you'll see that the thing is off the ring post. You'll see that the thing is off the turnbuckle. You will see that. And just look. But also, Rusev is Lana's husband. Lana is his wife. He should be like just carrying like he was looking at her. He should have been like, "Oh my God, are you okay? Like, Lana, are you all right?" She's clutching to her leg in so much pain, you can tell. And Rusev's going, "Lana, get up. Your wife is in pain." You should be asking her if she's okay, not being like, "Get up." I was just like, come on, seriously? But okay. I'm sorry, that just bugged me. That actually did bug me more than I thought it did, but that did bug me. But okay. Whew. Alright. Got that out of my system. But now let's get to the match. The final match of the pre-show. Third match of the night. A match that was actually really, really good. Buddy Murphy versus Akira Tozawa versus Kalisto versus Hideo Itami for the Cruiserweight Championship. And of course, as I thought, Buddy Murphy retained. I mean, I really want him to go against Cedric Alexander. That's what I really want. But Akira Tozawa out of the park just as soon as the bell rang just started. It ended up being him and Hideo, and they were like just going at it. And like just that whole start, I was enjoying it. I was having fun. And then Buddy would get in and do stuff. And then Hideo, it got down to Hideo and Buddy. And it kept looking like Hideo was going to win, but Buddy just kept kicking and kneeing Hideo. And finally he got one more kick. And then he got his finisher that I can't remember the name of. But he got the finisher on Hideo and covered and pinned him for the win. So this match, though, there's so many spots. There's like too many for me to really remember like now. And it was like so much, but it was awesome. Like Akira had so many moments. Like there was one point where I can't remember if it was Akira or Buddy, but one of them ran. Everyone else was on the outside, and one of them ran and dived out and hit everyone on the floor, and it was like cool to see. I really, really enjoyed it. I love that. That was like the best match of the pre-show. But now, I have a lot to say now because we are into the main show. The first match of the main show, fourth match of the night. Becky Lynch versus Asuka for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Oh my God, this match. I was so... I can't. Oh my God. I'm like an Asuka fangirl. You would know if you'd seen like any videos or something, or just the way I keep talking about her, you would know I'm an Asuka fangirl. So the fact that Asuka retained. Oh, yay. Oh my God. But okay, let's try to stop fangirling now because we need to talk about this match fully. So out of the gate, they were yelling at each other. Asuka in Japanese. Becky, I don't know if she understood. Probably not. But it was just kept saying, "Come on, fight me." And so they were fighting. Asuka, like, at one point got Becky on the outside. Tried to go for a German suplex off. But Becky wasn't having it. Becky tried to go for her Exploder. Asuka stopped that. But then Asuka got her and, like, did this, like, Irish whip thing. And they both landed on the outside. And so that was interesting. The end of the match, though, was like, Asuka did the disarmer on Becky. Becky did the Asuka lock on Asuka. But then Asuka got the Asuka lock on Becky. And then, like, did this thing where she still had the hold, like, I guess, like, not fully because it was, like, the bridge thing. But she had, Becky's neck was not in a good situation. And she, like, bridged. And so Becky finally just tapped out. And I just, like, for me, oh my God, I keep reliving it. But I, like, for me, I was just like, yay, Asuka retained, because I was going to be so mad if she lost, by the way. I would have been so mad if she lost. But she retained, and that made me happy. But here's what we do need to talk about. That meant that the possibility of Becky going into the Royal Rumble was a definite, and that meant that those rumors were going to be true. At least I thought that meant those rumors were going to be true. I didn't see any other way. But, at the same time, I can understand why people would think that this loss... I thought there was going to be deception. I did. I did think someone was going to cheat. I did think there was going to be deception for the win. I thought that Asuka was going to retain, but Becky was going to win by disqualification. And I thought that Becky would get mad that she can't get the title and that she would go off on Carmella and take her number 30 spot. But that didn't happen. Becky did look very disappointed. Asuka was very happy about the win. And Becky she looked very mad, but she nodded and she left. So I can understand why people wouldn't like Becky tapping out. Because now it's like, what are you going to do for the Royal Rumble match? Like, if you just go in there and just start whining, it's going to sound like you're crying because you lost. But I love the fact that this was able to work out and that Asuka retained. Oh my god. Oh man, I went ballistic the whole time. I was so happy. But, oh my god. Okay, I'm going to stop talking about that and go on to the second match, which was The Miz and Shane versus The Bar for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Miz and Shane won. I knew that was gonna happen. I knew it. I knew it was gonna happen. Okay. God, where to start with this? Shane, right out of the gate, went after Cesaro and Sheamus. Like, Shane was about to do the elbow drop thing off the table onto either Cesaro or Sheamus, but they stopped him. Thank God. I do not want him to die. Like, he really needs to stop doing that stuff all the time. Like, that is dangerous for him. Like, but they did a lot of stuff. They won with Shane doing a shooting star press on either Cesaro or Sheamus. I believe it was Sheamus, but it was probably Cesaro. But Shane did a shooting star press and won the match. And then, like, Miz just kept hugging him and stuff. It was really sweet. It was sweet. And I did cheer because I do love Shane. But I just keep saying that Miz's obsession with Shane's a little creepy. It's just a little bit too weird for me, but yeah, I don't really have much to say about this except for I kind of worry about Shane's health at this point. But also, there's either Shane or Miz are going to turn heel at some point. That's a definite. And also, my dad was surprised by this. He honestly thought the Bar would retain. And I'm like, it's the Miz and Vince's son. You seriously think the Bar is going to retain? He did. Okay. Yeah, that did not surprise me at all. But what did surprise me a little bit was this next match, the sixth match of the night. Ronda Rousey and Sasha versus Sasha Banks for the Raw Women's Championship. Now, of course, Ronda retained. Awesome. But, like, Ronda was pretty mad at Sasha. Like, she was mad, like, the people who I guess were saying she couldn't wrestle. Because, like, toward the start, like, Ronda got mad, like, she had Sasha, and she also, like, you say I can't wrestle, I'll show you wrestling. And she did 2 of the 3 amigos to Sasha. And then, like, they're on the outside, and at one point, and Ronda's, like, punching Sasha. Sasha ducks one punch, so Ronda's hand whacks the ring post, and the LED light thing just broke on that. So Ronda actually hit hard. And, like, so the whole rest of the match, she's going off of one arm, because her right arm is, like, hurt. But at the end, like, she went for an armbar a couple times. Sasha put bank statement on a few times. This last time, Sasha had the bank statement, but Ronda, like, rolled and slammed her down. It seemed to knock Sasha out because Ronda, like, picked up Sasha, gave her the Piper's Pit one more time, and then covered her and got the pin. This was Ronda's first win by pinfall. And that was pretty cool to see. Her first pinfall victory. And they were really hyping up this Piper's Pit thing. It was like, there you go, girl. Like, but then Ronda immediately was, like, helping Sasha, helped her up, and then shook her hand, and Sasha was just like, yeah. Like, okay, Ronda, like, helped her out of the ring, then celebrated, then she got out of the ring, like, she shook Sasha like had left, but then she came back, and so Ronda shook her hand again, and Sasha nodded, but then she did the 4 horsewomen symbol. And she just did this again. And Ronda looked upset by that. She hates it when Sasha does that. And then Sasha just angrily left. And Ronda just stared at her, also angry. And it's just... I have a few things I could say about that alone. Or by a few things, I mean one thing. Jeez, they are really having Sasha be like the main person to hint very, very hard that the 4 horsewomen are coming. Something is gonna happen soon. Like, on Monday Night Raw, like the night after it happened when Ronda beat Bayley, when Becky came out to challenge Ronda or something, but when Becky came out, she flashed the 4 horsewomen symbol and Bayley flashed it back, but the camera didn't catch that, so I didn't notice it. But Becky did the 4 horsewomen symbol. That was Becky and Bayley's first time doing that to each other, but Sasha had been doing it continuously. So it's obvious 4 horsewoman thing is gonna happen soon, and I am so stoked for that. Even though Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir, Marina a little bit, but Jessamine Duke, no, they are not ready for a main roster thing yet. It's just, no. But, I was very satisfied with the match. Very happy that Ronda won. Even though that was an awesome, awesome match. It was a very good match. But I will tell you, when we're done with this, what match I thought was match of the night. It wasn't that one, but it was pretty good too. But yeah, that was pretty good. Next was the 30 Women Royal Rumble match. Now, I'm not going to go over the entire match because it was literally like a full hour long. So I'm just going to say each person like in the order of how they came in and then just tell you my favorite bits of it. Well, first I'll tell you who won and I'll tell you my favorite bits. So here's the order. Lacey Evans, Natalya, Mandy Rose, Liv Morgan, who had the shortest amount of time there ever. Like, she went in and got thrown right out, so it was like nothing. Mickie James, Ember Moon, Billie Kay, Nikki Cross, who was just... oh my god, that was fun. Peyton Royce, Tamina, Xia Li, making her main roster debut for that match. There you go, girl. That was awesome. Sarah Logan, Charlotte Flair, Kairi Sane, second Royal Rumble. Awesome, girl. She was so smiley. She had a thing with Charlotte. It was very cool. I'll talk more about that in a bit. Marina Kanellis, Naomi, Candice LeRae, her main roster debut, in-ring debut too, which was very good. Alicia Fox, Casey Catanzaro, main roster debut on NXT also. That was cool. Selena Vega, Ruby Riott, Dana Brooke, Io Shirai made her main roster in-ring debut too with that match. She did really well. Rhea Ripley also main roster debut for the first time, even though she's on NXT UK. That was very good. Sonya Deville, Alexa Bliss, Bayley, Lana entered at 28, but she could barely walk down the ramp because her leg was hurting her so bad and it was taped up. Then 29 was Nia Jax, 30 was Carmella, but after that, we get to Lana. Let's just start with this because it was the most major one. Lana was on the ground. Carmella was either in the ring or about to be in the ring. Yeah, she was in the ring because Carmella was already in the ring. Suddenly, Becky comes charging down the ramp and the crowd just started going nuts at this. When Lana got hurt, I said to my dad, I'm like, this is it. It's gonna happen. It has to. Because even when Nia came down, she just randomly attacked Lana, who was already hurt enough, so it was obvious something was gonna happen. And so she did that, and so Becky was just arguing with Finlay like begging him, being like, listen to the crowd, let me in. Like, she's hurt, she can't compete. I'm fine, let me in there. Like, so she had lost to Asuka, but she didn't care. She wanted in that Royal Rumble. Lana couldn't be in there. And so she wanted in, and she was telling Finley, listen to the people, listen to them. They want the man, let me in. And so Finley's finally like, go. And so Becky smiled, she nodded, and she went down the ring, and Charlotte was just staring at her like, are you serious? But actually, Nia was even more just kind of like, why are you even here? Like, you're not even in this match, and now your music's playing. Okay. So the final four ended up being Becky, Nia Jax, Charlotte Flair, and Carmella. Charlotte had to keep saving Becky from Nia because Nia was like about to punch Becky, and it was probably gonna be for real or something. And because it was supposed to like be Charlotte and Becky, like Charlotte kept like saving Becky from people so that she didn't get eliminated. And there's a thing where like Becky rolled under the bottom rope, like after a move, and so Charlotte got Nia onto the ring apron. But Nia was trying to stay in. So Becky like pulls Nia off the ring apron, and so Nia's eliminated. Becky's very happy about this. Carmella had been eliminated, so it's Charlotte and Becky now. Charlotte's in the ring. Becky's still on the outside. Becky goes up the steps to get in, and Nia, angry, pushes Becky off. Becky lands hard on the outside. At first, the officials say that's her right knee, but then she's grabbing onto her left, so I think it was just a botch where she just like grabbed on her own leg on accident. And so it's her left knee, actually, that's very hurt. And like Charlotte keeps thinking like, I won because she can't get in here. Like, she can't come in. And Becky like keeps trying to stand, but she looks like she's about to cry. She's in so much pain. And like she keeps trying to stand up and she can't, and then she starts to and she can't, and the officials just keep being like, you don't have to go in there, like, but she keeps saying, I'm fine, and they're like, no, you're not. And then Jessica, the female ref, goes in to raise Charlotte's hand, but Becky immediately like swoops in and like stops Jessica, and she's like limping hard, but she's like, I can go, like, get out of the ring, I got this. And then she looks at Charlotte and she's like, fight me. You know, so Charlotte automatically goes after Becky's leg and tries to throw her out. But Becky ended up tossing Charlotte over the top rope and winning. She won. She won the Royal Rumble. She won the Women's Royal Rumble like we hoped she was going to do. And you know she's going to choose Ronda. So, which is why I got so excited when she said, unlike Seth Rollins, like, I don't need to wait all night, I choose you. I was so happy, like, when this Royal Rumble thing happened, I'm like, she's definitely gonna come on Monday now and say this. Like, I was so excited. Like, it turned out the way we hoped. She lost to Asuka, entered herself into the Women's Royal Rumble match, and won. Oh my god. I kept being afraid. When she got the injury thing, I honestly thought Charlotte was gonna end up winning, and that was gonna make me so mad. Oh my god. But Becky won. Oh, yay. Oh my god. I'm so happy about this. I'm so happy about this. She won, she won, she won, she won. Oh my god. I mean, she won. Bad leg and all, she won. So, the rumors were true. She lost to Asuka, won the Women's Royal Rumble by tossing Charlotte over the top rope. I'm like, it happened. She won. Okay. But now let's talk about some of my other moments from the Royal Rumble that I enjoyed. First of all, this was way too long and stuff, so that part I didn't exactly love. But there are some parts of this that I really enjoyed. Casey's, like, when she nearly got eliminated, but, like, she was like a monkey or something. Like, she landed on the outside, but her back touched the floor, but her feet didn't. So she, like, gets on her hands, walks on her hands, puts her feet over the ring post, then just like climbs up like a monkey, sort of. Just up, grabs the thing, and then just climbs up a little bit and gets back in the ring. And I'm like, props, girl. That was great. Naomi had a thing where like Mandy tried to take her out, and so Naomi was like, oh, she got on her hands, and then she walked on the barricade, jumped onto the steps, but then like Mandy Rose eliminated her just because Naomi eliminated her first, and I'm like, that's just cold. I didn't enjoy that at all. But Naomi didn't even get to be in the ring for more than like a minute. But, it was nice to... I didn't think she was going to land that jump, because I just thought it was too far away, but she nailed it, so... Good for you, now. Kairi! She was like the most adorable thing ever. Like, she's just so precious to me. I love her so much. Oh my god. When she came out, she like had her little, forget what you call it, like the little telescope thing, bifocal or something. But she had it. She's just running down the ramp with it, and I'm like, you're adorable. She gets in the ring, immediately goes up to the rope and nails her insane elbow on somebody. She goes right to Charlotte, and for some reason just grabs her face. Is like smiling, like making her look at her, and then she's like. Charlotte's like, come on, fight me, show me what you got. And so Kairi starts giving Charlotte her chops, and Charlotte chops Kairi a couple times, but Kairi was so smiley during this match, all until she got thrown out, which, by the way, looked hard. Like, whoa. The Riot Squad threw her out hard. Luckily, right after that, Io Shirai came out, and, like, first of all, before she got into the first thing she had to do, of course, was went after the Riot Squad because they were attacking Kairi, and she didn't like that. So she got onto the ring post and like did her moonsault onto everyone, made sure Kairi was okay, and then she went in the ring. So that whole little segment, that was cute. I enjoyed that. Selena Vega. She at one point slid out through the bottom rope and then just decided to hide under the ring. She kept, like, peeking her head out every once in a while and be like, where are we? How far are we? Oh, okay, we're still in. Good. She and Candice had a face-off. But, like, when someone got eliminated, I think it was Sarah Logan or something, Selena peeked her head out again, and then the other side, Hornswoggle was just staring at her. Hornswoggle, like, peeked out and, like, stared at her, was just smiling, and Selena was so freaked out by this that she was just like, ah! And she got out. Man in the ring. Hornswoggle's chasing her. Like, Candice or Rhea Ripley, someone ends up throwing her out. And then she just has to keep running because Hornswoggle's chasing her all the way up the ramp. So, like, that was just weird. I'm like, what's happening? But that might have been my favorite weird moment. One of my favorite weird moments. Maria Kanellis and Alicia Fox formed an alliance. But then, like, Maria, like, gives Alicia her captain's hat, but then Alicia puts it on Maria's head, and it's just, like, so proud. She turns around, and then Maria, like, takes it off, puts it on the ground, and stomps on it. And Alicia just kind of stops and is, like, just kind of staring, like, what? She turns around, sees Maria do it again, and is like, no, stop! She flips over, gets on the floor, and just throws a tantrum. Me and my dad are both laughing at this, because it's like, what is wrong with you? But, like, those are, like, my favorite moments, my highlights. Xia Li, of course, was awesome. It was fun seeing her debut like that on the main roster like that. I mean, she's still in NXT, but that was cool to see. And one thing, and I agree with my dad on this, but, like, I agree with his point of view, but you didn't know Becky's probably going to win at WrestleMania, but he says, how is Becky going to win at WrestleMania? She can't even beat Asuka. He said that again on Tuesday when he was here. He's like, she couldn't beat Asuka. It's like, I do get what he means, but, you know, that match, it dragged on so long. That I love Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles when it comes to this, and I was rooting for AJ, but I knew that Daniel Bryan was going to win, and he did. But, this match dragged on for a while. Like, it was not as good. It might have been because Becky won and that, like, just blew up everyone and just made everyone so happy that it was just kind of like nothing else mattered anymore. But yeah, it was like, we were so tired from that match taking nearly an hour and a half or something. And it was nearly 11 at this point. So it was like, oh, God. But there were some good spots. Eric Rowan returned, randomly, just coming out. This is the highlight of the match because it's also the ending. This was the weird part that even me and my dad were like, what's happening? This Eric Rowan comes out and just like walks around, and AJ Styles is kind of looking at him like, what are you doing here? And then Daniel Bryan goes to do a kick to AJ and inadvertently knocks the ref down and out. So AJ gets the Styles Clash and goes for the pin, but of course the ref's down, so he's like, what am I supposed to do now? Rowan just gets in the ring and just grabs AJ by his face and just slams him down to the mat. The ref finally starts to come to, so Daniel Bryan slowly crawls over. This took forever, so AJ would have been able to kick out usually, I guess, but he just laid there, so Daniel put his hand over AJ and was just like 1, 2, 3, and Daniel Bryan retained, and Rowan lifted his hand up, and then he and Daniel walked down the ring together, so walked down the ramp together. Not much to say about that match, just I was most surprised by Rowan's return. That kind of woke me up, honestly, because I was very tired. But yeah. And then Brock Lesnar versus Finn Balor. I was instantly worried about Finn when he came out as himself, because I knew Damon Kane wasn't going to show up, so I'm like, oh my god. I do believe in you, Finn, but I'm so worried for you. But he went out, and as soon as the bell rang, he automatically went after Brock. Of course, Brock got offense almost immediately. But when they were on the outside, he went to do a move to Finn, but Finn moved, and Brock landed with the midsection where he had his teleculitis or whatever that was for this midsection. That, like, went right into the side of the table. And so he was, like, hurt. And so Finn got the coup de grace on him, but it ended. Brock got the Kimura lock on Finn, and Finn tried. He tried to fight it. He did. I just kept being like, please just tap before he breaks your arm. Because he tried. He was trying to reach, but there was nowhere to go, and so finally he tapped. But it's like, he tried. Most people, like, they get in the hold and they're tapping out immediately. Finn's actually just, like, looking around trying to fight out of it before tapping. And I'm like, wow. So it was a valiant effort by Finn. It was a very valiant effort, and so, but, of course, Brock retained. But because Finn did give him a fight, because Brock started believing in Finn, Brock got mad, so he attacked Finn and, like, gave him an F5, and that just made me mad, because it's like, what are you doing? Why? Don't. But, you know, okay. But I did like the match. I did love Finn's offense because he had quite a bit of it. And so it's like, they were really good. I was really, like, it's awesome for Finn. I was happy for him. Even though he's very banged up now. But I hope he's better now. So, that was awesome, by the way. That match was really good. But next was the final match of the night. I'm so happy about this. The final match. Oh my gosh. And again, I'll just go in order the list of entrants. Elias, Jeff Jarrett, Shinsuke Nakamura, Kurt Angle, Big E, Johnny Gargano, in his main roster in-ring debut. That was awesome. Jinder Mahal, Samoa Joe, Kurt Hawkins, Seth Rollins, Titus O'Neil, Kofi Kingston, Mustafa Ali, Dean Ambrose, No Way Jose, Drew McIntyre, Xavier Woods, Pete Dunne, his main roster debut, and he's on NXT UK, so good man. Andrade, Apollo Crews, Aleister Black made his main roster debut by doing this. I mean, he's still in NXT, obviously, but you know what I mean. Shinsuke, wow. No. Shelton Benjamin, Baron Corbin, Jeff Hardy, Rey Mysterio, Bobby Lashley, Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, Randy Orton, and R-Truth. Oh, man. It was R-Truth for about 30 seconds, and then apparently it was Nia Jax. But it ended, of course, sorry, I'm just going to sit up here. It ended with Seth Rollins winning the Men's Royal Rumble, and I was very excited for that. And it was announced after the show by WWE on WWE.com and on WWE Network that Seth has challenged Brock, so it will be Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Awesome. But I was very happy with Seth won. I was so afraid it was going to be Braun. Even my dad's like, Braun Strowman's winning. He took John Cena's place, so it's like, Braun's winning. I'm like, oh no, you're probably right. But Seth won. Oh, awesome. This match went a whole lot quicker, but let me tell you some things, my bits about it. Elias, when he went in the ring and he was like starting his concert, for me, I'm just like, Elias, I love you, but it's nearly 11. I'm exhausted. And this Royal Rumble is going to take forever. This Royal Rumble match is going to take a long time. Please don't sing. You just wait till Monday Night Raw. I'll be happy with you then. But when he started the song, and Jeff Jarrett came out, like, interrupted him, and came out, I'm like, what? Me and my dad are both just staring, and it's like, wow, okay. So that was, just in seeing him until Elias, like, hit Jeff in the back with his guitar, and then threw him out. That was kind of sad, but it was nice seeing Jeff again. That was interesting. No, a couple more highlights. Kofi kept starting to get eliminated, but kept having one foot up. At one point, like, Xavier came and got thrown into, and Kofi got thrown into Xavier, but Xavier, like, helped him over. My dad thought that Xavier was gonna betray Kofi, but he didn't. Kofi is, like, on Xavier's back, and Xavier takes him, and Kofi gets his feet on the step, so they get back in, and then they both immediately get taken out. So, okay. And they both got eliminated in a second. I love seeing Jeff. I always do love seeing Jeff. But, when Kurt Hawkins got in, I'm immediately like, oh man, I feel bad for this guy. I just hope he gets one elimination. I don't remember if he did or not, but, wow. He hid under the ring. And, like, he was under the ring when Titus O'Neil came out. And Titus ran, he stopped himself so he didn't fall. But then he saw Kurt Hawkins under the ring, and he got mad, so he went in the ring after him. And I'm like, what? Okay. Aleister had this thing where, like, Pete Dunne, like, manipulated his fingers, and Aleister just put him right back into place. I'm like, okay. Bobby Lashley got in, but Seth eliminated him, like, immediately, so Bobby got mad about that, hurt Seth, and, like, power bombed him through a table. But Seth still got in, so that's good. Dean and Seth just, like, went to town on each other as soon as Dean got in. So it was just like, okay. Like, that was just some highlights for me of that match. I'm very happy Seth won. But now, to end this video, I'm going to just tell you, the match that I didn't like really at all, like, the match that I liked the least had to be, like, the pre-show match with Bobby Roode, Chad Gable versus Revival, just because that match just felt very pointless to me. just because it was just so random that I'm just like, I didn't love it too much. On the main show, I hate to say it, but probably Daniel Bryan and AJ. Because even though I love them, the match was just, it was so, it just felt like it dragged a little. And it was probably because, like, the Women's Royal Rumble, like, and Becky winning made us so happy that also, like, burned us all out. But it was the match, the one that I didn't really like very much at all. Like, I loved the match, I did like it, but I just didn't love it very much. The best match of the night, I'm just going to go pre-show and main show. On the pre-show, I would say that my favorite match was definitely the Fatal 4-Way for 205 Live Cruiserweight Championship. Buddy Murphy, Akira Tozawa, Hideo Itami, and Kalisto. That match was like a highlight for me. And on the main show, I have to say, not just because I'm obsessed, but Becky and Asuka. Just because that match was awesome. So that is my Royal Rumble 2019 review. I'm not gonna do live reaction to Saturday's like tournament and the show and the match that's happening on Sunday. I'll just tell you, like, I'll just start recording like a minute or two before Monday Night Raw and live reaction, tell you what I thought about those. But that's it. I will see you Monday for Monday Night Raw. Till then, bye.